There was once a small town bakery. Nothing fancy, just the kind with fogged up windows and the smell of cinnamon always in the air. The owner was a quiet older woman, known for her sourdough and not much else. She'd inherited the bakery from her parents, who had inherited it from theirs. Everyone in town knew her. Everyone in town looked like her. Until one day, a new family moved in, 2 blocks over, into a small yellow house with a crooked fence. They were different. Their skin was darker, their accents thicker, their clothes unfamiliar. And even though they smiled kindly, waved first, and offered cookies to their neighbors, most people turned the other way. The older woman at the bakery noticed them, but never said much. She had opinions, quiet ones, passed down through generations. Never shouted, just assumed. Until one rainy day, the new family's daughter walked into the bakery. She was maybe 12. She had frizzy braids and oversized glasses that kept slipping down her nose. She stood in front of the counter, dripping water on the floor, holding a tattered notebook. "My teacher said I should interview someone who makes things with their hands," she said. "I picked you?" The older woman blinked, surprised. "Why me?" "Because your bread smells like hugs," the girl said with a grin. The woman chuckled, then slowly nodded. And so, the girl came back the next day. And the next. She asked about yeast, about sugar ratios, about how the baker knew when something was just right. In return, she shared stories too, about her grandmother's tea cakes from Nigeria, about mango stew, about her mom's secret recipe for coconut bread. One afternoon, the girl brought a small loaf from home. "Try this," she said. "It's my mom's recipe." The baker hesitated. The spices were unfamiliar. The shape was strange. But when she took a bite, her eyes widened. It was warm, sweet, soft, and unlike anything she'd tasted. That night, she couldn't stop thinking about it. The next morning, she pulled out her oldest mixing bowl and tried to recreate it. Flour dust in the air, the smell of nutmeg rising. But it wasn't quite right. So the next time the girl came in, she asked, "Can your mom come show me?" The girl beamed. That weekend, the mother came to the bakery. She showed the older woman how to knead the dough with care, how to measure spices by instinct, not spoons. They laughed. They baked. They found stories in the silence between sentences. And when the bread came out of the oven, golden and fragrant, the baker said, "Let's put this on the menu." The town noticed. Some wrinkled their noses. Others were curious. But then, the reviews started coming in. "Best thing I've tasted in years." "What's in this bread? It's magic. Tastes like a story I didn't know I needed." The bakery became a gathering place. One small loaf at a time, walls began to fall. People stayed longer, talked more. They asked questions about culture, about food, about the things they were once afraid to admit they didn't know. The girl kept coming back. Older now, a little taller, always with flour on her sleeves. And the woman at the bakery, she started learning again. Not just about recipes, but about people. About how racism doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes it comes in silence, in assumptions, but it also leaves quietly, through curiosity, kindness, and a shared loaf of bread. Years later, that coconut bread became the bakery's best seller. And every time someone asked about it, the older woman would point to the wall behind her counter, where the original recipe, in the girl's handwriting, was framed in glass. She'd smile and say, "Funny thing about love, sometimes it rises when you least expect it." If this story touched your heart, we invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us tell more stories that build bridges, challenge bias, and remind us of the kindness that still exists in the world. And remember, sometimes change begins with just a conversation or a shared recipe.